They say childhood shapes who you become, that the way love is given or withheld defines how you search for it later. You didn't grow up in a warm home. Love wasn't something freely given. It was something earned, something ripped away the moment you got too comfortable. Your mother loved you, but she was scared of your father all the time. And sometimes it meant neglecting you all the time, leaving you to learn early in life to fend for yourself and trust no one. And your father, he taught you that every problem could be solved with violence, saying you weren't enough, that you were disposable while constantly beating you up every chance he got, ruining your self-esteem while messing up your brain so much that you decide to hit yourself. One day you hear too much of your mother's screaming while your father beats her. The screaming becomes so much that you decide to take up a gun and kill your father in the attempt to save your mother. The funny thing is that your mother decides to send you to foster care, where you get bullied every day, forever corrupting your view of love and relationships. After a few years at foster care, a strange man decides to adopt you and gives you a job at his bookstore. All seems normal until he decides to lock you up in a plexiglass vault and says he does it for love. This is where you learned. Books became your teachers. They taught you that love had rules, that if you could be the perfect man, if you followed the right steps, you'd find someone who wouldn't leave. But love isn't a story you can control. And that's where everything went wrong. It starts the way all love stories do. A meeting, a spark, a connection. Beck was different. She wasn't just another customer. She was the one. You had to know more, where she lived, who her friends were, what she wanted in life. And in the age of social media, it was easy. A few clicks, a little digging, and suddenly you knew everything you needed to know, justifying your actions as a way to make sure that she was worth it and would not break your heart. This wasn't stalking. No, this was love. And love means keeping them safe, right? Even if it means manipulating everything and everyone around her, protecting her from the people who don't deserve her. Like her boyfriend, Benji, a leech that was sucking Beck's blood dry, leaving nothing but disease and emptiness. You had to protect her. And how do you protect her? By hitting her boyfriend in the head with a mallet, dragging him to a cage. This is love. She deserves the kind of life that you are going to provide because you are the right one for her, and you would do anything for her. Sometimes, love requires sacrifice. Benji was the worst of the worst, so you had to kill him. It was necessary. A step towards you and Beck's forever bondage of love. Oh, how glorious it would be until another obstacle appeared. Peach Salinger, a spoiled, egotistical, rich girl. She was full of problems, constantly stalking, manipulating, and gaslighting Beck. She was a problem you had to get rid of, so you kill her and frame it as suicide. Of course, now Beck is sad that her best friend is dead and blames herself. She starts seeing a therapist and you completely understand, until she starts fucking him. When you expose her, she starts crying, but you forgive her because you're an obsessed maniac. Happily ever after, right? Spoiler warning, never trust a stupid kid to know where you hide your souvenirs. And when Beck realized the truth, when she saw the monster behind the romance, she tried to run. Even though you tried to explain, she still ran. And now, Beck is gone. And yet you still weren't satisfied. After Beck, you told yourself you'd be different, that you'd change, that you wouldn't let it happen again. Then, love happened. Well, technically you set it up to happen, and she was everything. Smart, beautiful, gentle, and caring. You had to get her. You deserved this after how Beck betrayed you. Except this time, the obsession wasn't one-sided. She loved you. She killed like you. She understood. You didn't like it when she revealed it at first. It meant that everything up to this point was a setup. A fake relationship that was set up by a psycho, so you tried to kill her. But it turned out she was with your baby. You can't kill your own unborn baby. And for a moment, you thought you'd found what you'd been searching for. Someone who wouldn't leave. Someone who would do anything for love, just like you. That didn't last long at the end. A few weeks later, she began killing randomly. Love was unpredictable, violent, uncontrollable, and it was becoming too challenging covering for her. You couldn't love her. This wasn't real love. You needed something new in your life. That is where Marianne filled the void that had been so empty for so long. Another chance at real love. She was something else. You tried to commit to love, but you didn't have that same spark with her any longer. Of course, it didn't end well when she found out, and when she became a threat to you, to your son, to your survival. You did what you always do. And once more, you were alone. You feel bad for killing the mother of your child. You are not safe. You are broken. Henry can't be raised up with you. That's why you had to send him to a place where Henry can get a chance at a normal life. You needed a new beginning. No more falling in love. The only thing you want is a normal, quiet life and die peacefully without harming any other person. Wait a second. Hey, you. And when she saw you, she ran. You had to chase her, because that's what you do. You confronted her, but she had already made up her mind. But this time, you let her go. For the first time, you didn't destroy what you loved, but in reality kidnapped her and locked her up in a glass cage. Seems like the rejection was so bad that it caused a split-brain personality where one of you still believes in the notion of love, and the other one a homicidal, obsessive psycho. And yet, the emptiness remained. It was lucky that she was smart enough to fake her death so she could escape your grasps. Hey, you, who are you? Kate Galvin, an art gallerist. She was strong. She wasn't like the others. She didn't fall for the charm, the act. You had to be someone else for her. You had to bury the past. It was too bad you had to kill her boyfriend and many of her friends. Let's see if you can hold this relationship. With power and money, how much are you willing to sacrifice to keep you there? No matter how hard you tried to be better, obsession followed. It whispered in your ear, clawed at your mind. And the cycle would never stop. Because the problem wasn't them. The problem was you. You wanted love. You wanted connection. You wanted to be seen, understood, needed. But you never wanted love for what it really is. Messy, free, uncontrolled. You wanted ownership, and love can't be owned. So, you will always lose. Love isn't an obsession. Love isn't control. And that's why it sucks being an obsessive stalker. Because in the end, you are all alone.